The Ohaneze Youth Council, their chairman, who is Iboyaka, has raised an alarm over the exorbitant rate at which these forms are being sent out to, their born youth. I guess it's not just the born youths, other APC youth leaders, and that's about 30 million naira.
It's actually very, very funny that you are. This is the issue that we're having with the whole Fubara and everything that's been going on. I don't understand how a ruling party can actually, in order for somebody to contest for a chairmanship position in a local government, and I'm asked to pay...
contest, just show interest.
To show interest.
Exactly.
To show interest for a position, I have to pay 30 million naira. That's the state of our country.
So the thing is, who are they actually selling these forms to? Do they have a particular set of people they want to buy this form?
Yeah.
Because that's what it looks like.
Rich people, rich people, that's what they want.
The underground youth cannot be part of this. Like, when I say cannot, because of, the poverty, the poverty idea we have in Nigeria. We know that the youth, some of them can get one or two things. Some of them are not in high positions. So, two things. It's either they are selling it to a particular set of people, or, just as we said, fatherism, they want you to go to somebody above or something. So I really don't understand the whole...
So I want to ask you guys, guys have aired your opinions very quickly.
No, but it's annoying. It really is annoying,
So it brings me to the question, do you think, or are the elderly leaders or the people who have been, the old ones who have been in the game, are they trying to make it harder for the youth to access these positions?
Yes, I genuinely believe so, because you cannot tell me that you expect, like what Havila was saying just like, you cannot tell me that you expect somebody who has barely is barely standing on his feet in a small local government in Ebonyi State. You cannot tell me that you expect that person to come and pay 30 million for interest.
Not even the main
for interest, not for the position. We're not even talking about campaigning now. We're not talking about all those other costs, just to say interest. And to indicate that I'm interested for something, you're telling me I should pay 30. It is obvious that, hey, these positions are being set aside for the organs. For those that have some skin in the game. And if you're a young person, it's either you have somebody who is sponsoring you, or you have to be very, very rich. That's the only thing. There's no way that a common man now can say, okay, I want to contest for a position. It's just a way to tighten the floor, the field, so that less people can contest. So it's obvious. This is definitely just a scheme.
Well, welcome to Youth Agenda. I am Hosanna Carafo, and I have Mr. Jerry and Havila. So, Havila, do you think Godfatherism is going to be the order of the day with the way, these things are becoming more tighter, like Mr. Jerry said? Because if you do not have that amount, what do you resort to?
Really, I think that it's going to be the order of the day, because I got to know that somebody has already gotten the form.
Damn.
Like, that's who again? The Minister of Works, person of Minister David. His son got the form.
Exactly. That's so it's the Godfatherism. It's the Godfatherism.
That is the idea. They want a position whereby the embezzlement continues. So if the Minister of Works has his son in that particular spot, so that means whatever he wants at that level, he can get. Because the Minister of Works is from Ebonyi State. So he knows why he wants his son to get there. So yes, that is what they want.
So is it true that this process can actually shut the youths out of integrity?
It is obvious. It is obviously just like, I don't want to say this because this is the government, but it's a weird way of privatizing the government. It's not like, okay, it's a private affair. It's not open to everybody. It's not open to you, the young person. Avila, now you are
common person.
Yes, I'm out of it already.
Why do you have it?
It's like me now. We are all out of it now. It's just like, and it's obviously going to an embezzlement scheme.
Yeah.
It's an embezzlement. It's all power play, so that my interests in this at this particular faction is being met, and it's only going to go to the top. Because I can imagine if this is what is happening at a local government level, what's happening in the government? for people that are contesting for governorship? What about Senate? What about the House of Rep? Okay, what about the presidency?
Okay.
Dare I say?
Well, now let's talk about, there's another part where the chairman of the OYC, that is Ohaneze Youth Council, he mentioned that he's demanding that bring the prices down to 150,000 naira to 50,000 naira for interest form purchase. So what do you guys think about this? Is this realistic? Do you think it's going to work?
It's obvious that it's obvious
Why are we
that
laughing?
okay, I'll let Avila speak.
No, please go on.
No,
I
because
like your values.
personally for me, I'm passionate about this because it's obviously just it is BS of the highest order to say, okay, you know, we have to pay this this amount just for interest. And now somebody's saying, okay, even the 50K still feels like a lot, but it's understandable. You're like, okay, now 150K, that one is still open to more people can say, okay, I want to indicate my interest, as opposed to millions, not even one, but 30. That's crazy.
But we know that this it's going to be hard for them to, you know, take it down to that level. And, you know, if somebody was to you telling someone, okay, pay 30 million, that means you're telling the person when you get to office, you can get the money back.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at the going to maybe the High Court or wherever, and there is a form or whatever. You know, the printing out of the form alone, they want to have their own charges.
Yeah.
So if they want to have their own charges, you paying for interest form at the rate of 30 million naira. So that means when you get there, they are telling you, you know, you can get more.
So this means it increases the chance of embezzlement.
Yes.
And the crazy part about it is that it's not going to stop there. Yes, and it's definitely not going to stop there because even if I indicate interest, what's the chances that I'm going to win? Yes, what's the chances I'm going to win? So which means this is also a way of these parties enriching themselves. So like, okay, if let's say 6 of us indicate interest, that's 30 million times 6, and only one person win. What happens to the other? Is what I'm trying to say?
Now come to think of it, what does the party do with all of that money? What do they do with it? So imagine that 50 people or 100 or 10 come out and pay 30 million naira. I mean, what?
That's how they run it. It's how they run it's how they run the party, I guess. Only God knows what they do with the money. But at the end of the day, it's only going to be for their own benefits, and they're going to use it to invest more, to make more money. Just it's how the game is played. You understand? It's just that we young people now, we are now opportuned, dare I say, to come into the system and see it as it is.
So if you had 30 million naira right now, Havila, would you contest as the chairman in your... Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. 30 million. If I had 30 million naira now,
you
and I'm told
a right decision?
Not at all. Never. Never. It won't be a right decision because that is just interest form. We've not talked about a lot of things.
For campaigning
and the rest. So if I'm to give 30 million, that means I should get ready.
So I want to ask, who are the youths that they are hoping are going to bring out 30 million naira
It's the people that they are sponsoring.
That's it.
It's that obvious.
That's it.
That's the people that are sponsoring. That's the state that we find ourselves in this country. It's all a matter of godfatherism and sponsorship.
Yes.
That's just what it is.
So what's the solution to this problem right now? Because we can't keep talking about the problem. What can be done? Because people are crying out. It's a lot.
Yeah. If at the local government level, this is what we are facing, and this is what's happening at the local government level, it also has to change from the local government level. Because the only reason why APC is going to be employed or let's say elected in that particular place is because, you know, why they are able to say this is because they are currently ruling.
Yeah.
So we all have to say, okay, we have to make our votes speak and say we see this rubbish that you are doing and we don't support it. And we do that by our votes. That's the only power that we have. But
we know that part is not.
It can only go so far. It can only go so far.
It's not workable.
Yeah.
When you talk about votes now, we know what happened during the time of Tinubu and the rest. So most times
it can only go so
our
far.
vote
doesn't count.
Doesn't count. it doesn't count.
This is a very sad episode.
So is that is a protest?
Really sad.
Is it that is a protest?
Yeah.
You know, or a ruling, maybe somebody in the party, someone ruling there, they can write to the person.
Just like
yes, to bring like somebody in power so he can help, you know, bring it down. Because we know that APC, they're all doing this because they are the party in power.
Or could it be that they're also doing this so as to, you know, scan away the people who are not fit for the position or who are not right for, who are not rich enough for the position?
I mean, I don't understand why it should be based on you being rich that gives you the ability to
be a leader.
To be a leader. Being a leader is not being rich is not a prerequisite for being a good leader. Yes, you should be able to have a job, you should be making money.
Yeah.
But is it until if my net worth is 1 million, should that disqualify me from saying something, from having a leadership position in my local government? If my net worth is 500,000, should that disqualify me? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Yes, we need competent people to rule, but it doesn't mean that we have to be exorbitantly rich before we have to rule. Come on.
So don't you think this is their way of knowing that, you know, if you're going to be a leader, you have to have something to, you know, support the people? Because I feel like Nigerians have this mentality of my chairman, sir, you have to drop something, sir, drop something.
No, that mentality has to change. That's the thing. It has to change.
What do you think?
Now, aside that, I think that one of the things they're trying to do is to streamline that particular position, because we know that the election is coming up soon, and you know the local government is going to be really involved in the whole system. So I think they are trying to, you know, secure those positions
exactly
for the election.
For themselves. Exactly.
Just like how Tinubu did it from, you know, that man is something else. I think that's what they are trying. You know, and I think that's what they're trying to do, to get to that point where when it comes to local government, at low as local government, we want this done, that done, this is done. Because what do you have to tell me? Minister of Works, Nigeria, the son has already paid 30 million. So
who was the former governor of? He was a governor of Ebonyi State, and he actually did well. Well, he did well. So I don't know.
It's not a question of doing well. It's a question of when you are using shading practices to obtain power. You understand? For the whole world to see, for us to see, because it sets a bad precedent. If Ebonyi State can do this, therefore Edo State can do this. Every other state that's APC is the ruling party, they can follow in that footsteps. You understand? So it sets a bad precedent, no matter what your criteria, what you have done in the past.
All right. I don't know if this is actually kind of setting the youths up to forget about leadership position, or putting them in a position where it's just for a certain, you know, category of people to come in and rule. And somehow, I don't know, do you guys also think this has to do with continuity of the people in power, like bringing in their own people to continue power? Like you said, the minister brought in his son. I don't know, what basis does his son have to contest? Is he a politician? Did he do? I know he wasn't really the political sciences, but is he qualified? Apart from the fact that his father is a minister and can afford to buy that interest form, is he qualified to actually be a chairman?
You know, for him to buy the form and for his father to allow him get the form, there's a possibility that he has some sort of knowledge about politics. There's a possibility that he has been educated on that particular aspect. But that's not our problem. Our problem is that other youths should be allowed to get involved. And setting that kind of standard of interest from being, or you have to pay 30 million, already sets down other youths. So I think personally, that's my opinion regarding that. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think qualification is something that really matters in Nigeria. It's basically from now.
But it matters.
Yes. No, it should matter. In an ideal situation. But from what we are seeing right now, it is who has the biggest pockets. That's what qualifies you.
Yeah.
It's not about whether you have knowledge of the position. Do you have a big pocket? You do? All right, step in. Yeah. So that's what it is.
All right, now that's it. And the question we actually have today is, are the current leaders actually pricing out Nigerian youth from taking up leadership roles and position with the exorbitant, you know, amount that these forms are being placed on? We don't even have an idea of what the the main form.
It's just for interest.
It's just for interest.
Yeah.
So imagine paying for interest. This is just that you are interested. I'm just interested, and this is it's this. I don't know. It could be maybe 50 million naira. So if you had 50 million naira as a Nigerian youth in the present situation, would you take up leadership role? Now that's the question, because the people I have here, they say no, they will not do that. So I want to hear your comments and what do you think about this, exorbitant rates and prices of forms across all the party, because it's not just APC, across all the party. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you for joining us on Youth Agenda today.